Oldies. All right, so coming up next hour, as promised, RayThomas Knows People.
And people know RayThomas.
Our good friends Lynn Muldrow and Pete Everett of... I like to do that. Of the Total Package Band. Now, if you want to find them on Facebook, by the way, you have to type in Total Package Band Live. Because it's an experience when you see them live. Ooh. So you're going to do that right now? Mm-hmm. Go ahead and friend their page, okay? Like their page, all right, and do that, all right. Everybody else out there, global audience, make sure you go to Total Package Band Live right now and like the page, all right? We're going to talk to them. They're being very quiet right now.
Very quiet.
That's probably because they heard me say that coming up in the 1 o'clock hour, they're going to be on. So they're professionals. They've done this before. They're not new.
Okay.
But they are going to be performing tonight, and we'll get all into that as well, too. And then we're going to play some of their songs, too.
I'm ready.
On the show today. You ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
You have your questions and everything?
Yes.
You know, because hopefully today you'll be asking some questions and I don't have to do all the work.
They're in my head.
They're in your head?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my goodness. There are a lot of things in your head.
Okay.
We're going to let those thoughts come out, though.
Okay, I'm ready.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're going to play one more song before we get up out of here and get into the 1 o'clock hour. Right. Man, that camera guy's all up in your grill. Man, just doing
Titus.
his job. Wow. Have you ever seen Titus smile?
Yes.
He has some of the biggest teeth I've ever seen.
He has a nice smile.
Yes, he does, but those are some big teeth.
Like the one picture you took, he was in the back just cheesing. I thought it was funny.
He can eat a watermelon all by himself. I'm just saying.
It's just...
I'm just saying.
That's his Kool-Aid smile.
And just in case you're out there, global peeps, and you'd like to come on to RTVS Live, here's how you can make it happen.
Would you like to be a guest on the RayThomas Variety Show? Email gm@broncoiradio.com with your information, because you know RayThomas knows people and people know RayThomas.
And as we continue on with the music, my man Idris Elba, yes, he does rap. You guys didn't know that? You know now. He goes by the name of Driss. This one's called Private Garden. It's the RTVS Live, and you know the station.
BroncoIRadio.com.
Look on your face, I see those tears behind the eyes. It's a hard place to come from when you let your guard down. Let this brother enter your private garden. Ooh, can I assist you with your problems, girl? Let me show you a way to celebrate your life. I will be gentle with you. I will be, baby. Ooh. Just let me show you. I won't let you know. Show me where you coming from, girl. Show me what you running from, girl. It might take time for you to trust me. Trust me. Let your guard down.
You want to take it back, right?
Delete that.
Are you scared?
I'm not scared.
Where are you from?
Hickory,
Sausage Town.
Okay.
Home
Hickory
of pork.
Sausage.
Yes, indeed.
Home
and
of the swine.
they make furniture as well, because
right.
you alluded to that the other day.
Furniture companies.
Yes, indeed.
Right.
All right.
Yes.
Go Hickory.
Why do you
Hickory
say it like
Dickory
that?
Dock. They even wrote a song about your town.
Right.
The mouse ran up the clock. You don't know the rest?
Yeah, I do know the rest.
Okay, sing it.
Say it again.
Hickory Dickory Dock.
The mouse went up the clock. The clock strike 10 something 12. I don't know.
See, that's why she's here to get it.
It's been a minute.
To further her education. And we are all
It's
about
been a
enhancing
while.
her education.
I had that down pack in kindergarten.
Mm-hmm. Say hello to your mama, by the way.
Hey, Mama. She called me on the show. She knows I'm on air right now. I don't know what's going on.
Your mother just being rude.
Don't be rude, Mama.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
You want me to call her out on the radio?
Yeah, JC.
How come when your mother leaves requests on our social media platform, she writes differently?
Does she really?
Yeah, I don't know the words that she's writing. Whoop, whoop, ah, whoop. What does that mean?
That's not my mom. That's my great aunt. Lord have mercy.
Mm-hmm. See? Your country
that's
folk
my
getting on
nickname.
social media, not
I gotta
knowing.
talk to her.
Thinking that you're still at home. Talking
Yeah.
that country talk.
I need to talk to her. I don't know.
Like, what does that mean,
She
though?
says that woo-woo thing a lot.
What does it mean?
Woo-woo. I don't know what that
Oh.
means. That's her thing.
She's a Jeffrey Osborne fan.
Mm-hmm.
Can you boo, boo, boo?
She says that to me all the time.
Okay. All right. We're going to play some. Speaking about Jeffrey Osborne and old school and classic stuff, you know, Ray Thomas knows people.
And people know Ray Thomas.
We are blessed to have in our midst good friends of mine. Known them for years. I would say over 20 years, man.
Wow.
It's a long time. But these guys were around in Fayetteville before I even got here, because I arrived in Fayetteville about 91, I believe. And I was working at a radio station called Foxy 99. Back then it was 99.1 The Fox. And these guys were already around doing things in Fayetteville, because I remember a spot. It was called La Shaka off of Bragg Boulevard. And it was like the spot in Fayetteville, especially on Thursday nights. I mean, you're talking about a line that wrapped around the building, people trying to get in. Dr. Don Reed used to play at this place. And, of course, there was the Chocolate Buttermilk Band. And these two gentlemen were part of that band as well. So it's my pleasure to introduce to you the one and only
Pete Everett.
And the one and only
Lynn Muldrow.
Yes, indeed. Welcome, man.
Thank you.
You know, it's been a long time, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a long time, because we've been talking about getting you guys up here and talking about what you guys do and all that kind of stuff. And I know that we've been recently having some conversations about just the history, man.
Yeah, we got quite a bit of that.
There's a lot of history.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do? We're gonna go one at a time. First, we're gonna start with you, Pete, and we're just gonna get a little background information on who is Pete Everett.
Pete Everett is a native of Fayetteville, North Carolina. I was born right down on Owen Drive.
Owen Drive.
Fayetteville Valley Hospital. And I attended Douglas Byrd Senior High School. I graduated from Douglas Byrd years ago, 1976. And this is my home.
Okay.
I've been here. I've been a musician all my life, and traveled outside of North Carolina and outside of the country and everything a lot. But this is home for me, and this is Pete Everett.
All right, there you have it, Pete Everett. Now, Lynn Muldrow.
I'm also a native of Fayetteville, North Carolina. I grew up over in Evans Hill, right behind Fayetteville State here. So
okay.
Fayetteville State is a part of the family for me. You know, I remember those days coming up, swimming at the pool as a young fella, man. So I've always loved Fayetteville State. And I'm a graduate of E. Smith High School.
Okay, Golden Bowl.
86, class 86.
Okay.
And like I said, this is home for me, man. I love it.
All right. Now, since we got the foundation, the foundational stuff in regards to your roots, but you guys are very talented musicians as well as artists. So let's get into that, man, because you guys been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
And I say a while, and I don't know the total history in regards to radio in Fayetteville, in regards to you guys getting opportunity to be on radio stations and coming in and having interviews and all that kind of stuff. But I knew that I was going to take the opportunity when I got into where I wanted to be, to say that there is so much talent here in Fayetteville, and a lot of times people don't know about the talent.
Right.
True, man.
And I think that it's our responsibility as radio broadcasters or radio stations, because I think too often they pay attention to the national or the global artists.
That's right.
And if you're a local radio station, man, you got to take care of home first before you take care of everywhere else.
We appreciate you, man. That means a lot.
So I definitely had to have you guys come up here, man, and share your story. And we don't call these interviews, because we don't interview people.
We have conversations.
Yeah, we have conversations. We just gonna talk. We gonna chop it up.
Okay, all right.
We gonna get the nitty gritty. So if there's anything you want to get off your chest this afternoon, if you're feeling some kind of way, this is the place where you can come and let it out.
All right.
You're gonna be able to exhale today, gentlemen.
My goodness.
Oh, man.
Pete's like, man, I got a
feel
lot
at
on my
home
chest.
already.
Feeling good right now.
So that's what it's all about, man. But let's talk about your music and how you both fell in love with whatever it is that you both do, because obviously you both play different instruments.
Mm-hmm. So how would you describe your genre of music? Does it belong to a category, or?
I would say that it's a contemporary jazz that we love the most. I mean, we play a variety of music, and so but the love that I have in me is with the contemporary side of R&B and gospel, and jazz.
Well, I grew up myself in the church. My mother, she was a gospel singer. professionally and, so growing up, it kind of kept me in the realm of God. So, as I grew and learned, about God and Christ and music, and I just fell in love with it, man. In the Bible, it tells you that music, calms the soul, so it's just always been a first love of mine. So it's just been there in me, man.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now, Pete, I know that you play the bass.
I'm bass player.
And you play the bass. So tell us about that. How you fell in love with that instrument, man. And
well, my mother used to. She had this somehow connection out of Atlanta, and she was writing music for William Devon.
Okay.
The guy that done Diamond in the Back, Sun Rooftop.
Gangsta Lane.
We used to sit at home, and my brother and I, one would have the tenor, and one would have the low part, and my mother would be singing, and my mother said that, I'm gonna buy a guitar, and I'm gonna learn to play guitar. So she bought a regular folk guitar, Okay. Mm-hmm. She would never let me mess with that guitar, and when she would leave the house, I would sneak in the closet and get it. So one day I broke the string, the high string on it. And she found out about it, so I got tore up real bad about that and everything.
Back in the day when it was legal to tear you up.
Yes.
But anyway, after that, she said, well, since you done tore up my string, you need to learn how to play it. So I took the other string off. So I left 4 strings on it, so I started playing bass.
Okay.
And I would take a microphone from a radio, used to hook it to a radio,
right,
and that was my amplifier.
Oh, okay.
I started playing bass that way.
All right, so you were ingenious at the same time.
I wanted to play. That's what it was.
Okay.
And then from there, my daddy bought me a bass, and he said, if this don't do for you, this is it. And he bought me a bass, and they bought me an amp, and I started, playing like that, playing on my own.
All right. Lynn?
Yeah. Again, I was at church. My mama used to drag me to church, man, and I'm sitting there, and the guy didn't show up one night, and I just, for some reason, they asked me to sit down, and I started playing, and that was at the age of about 6 or 7.
Wow.
And so then I met a guy that happened to be at that church, and he said, hey, young fella, you want to come work in a gospel group with me? And at that time, I'm saying, wow, I'm 7 years old, playing in a gospel group. But not knowing that really started my history, because in that same gospel group, there was Bruno Spade from the SOS band.
Okay.
Mike Counts, and all these guys went their same way or a different way, and years later, I became a member of Fatback. So in that group at the age of 7, we had a whole bunch of guys that, was just destined to do great things in music. So, everything happens for a reason, man. And I know I just been fortunate, fortunate with the love of drumming,
Okay, so you just mentioned Fatback.
Right. Well, I wanted to mention the fact that when I was 16, I was working with a group called Black Brew here in Fayetteville. Okay. That was under the direction of Curtis Worthy. He had several groups out, and I played with Black Brew for a little while, and then when I was 16, I started playing with Chocolate Buttermilk. I started working with Buttermilk, and I got up under the wings of what we call it, under the wings of a guitar player named David Ashford. Okay. Which Bobby Ash was his street name, Okay. And he taught me, the fundamentals, the real fundamentals. Okay. Of playing bass, and I turned 17 in Chocolate Buttermilk, playing with Buttermilk. So I played with Buttermilk for a bunch of years. Okay. And then I met Lynn. We was playing I think we was playing some club around here.
I think it was a party at the VFW.
Yeah, part of the VFW.
VFW used to be the spot.
Yeah. My drummer didn't show up. And this guy told me, said, I know a guy that can play.
I had just got back in town, man. In fact, I had just moved back here from Durham.
Okay. I've
been back about 2 weeks. And ran into this guy, man, and that's been about 30 years now.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. All right, so I know you guys are doing a lot of touring, and you guys have a big event going on tonight as well, too.
Yeah. Okay, well, I know we spoke about the Fatback, but we are, the group that that we are, Total Package.
Right.
And we may do some of the tunes from Fatback. I don't know if we will or not, but tonight we're going to do a lot of contemporary jazz and some R&B, some R&B.
Okay.
And some cool ballads.
Right.
But we're going to entertain
We'll mix
people.
it up for the people.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be real.
Entertaining.
Yeah,
And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, just in case if you don't know where they're going to be, if you've been under a rock or something, I mean, I've been posting on social media, lately. So they're going to be at the Ambiance Entertainment Venue at 2510 Legion Road right here in Fayetteville. So make sure that your face is in the place. Doors open at 7:30, and look for the band to be on about 8-ish or 8:30-ish. Yeah. All right.
And there is an event on Facebook. You can also the Total Package Band Live event that you can join.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes, indeed. So obviously we're going to be posting that up on our social platform as well, too. So make sure you go to the RTVS live page as well as the BroncoRadio.com page. And we're going to play some of your music, man.
Okay.
So I'm going to have you pick the first song. So which one is it? Hopefully I have the right one loaded up here.
I believe I want to hear Love in the Tub, P.
Love in the Tub.
I want to hear Love in the Tub.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about Love in the Tub. How did that song originate? Where did it come from?
Was it Loving in the Tub?
It came from the brain of Mr. Pete Everett over there, man. You have to talk to him about that one.
Tell us all about it, Pete.
Well, when I first wrote the tune, I wrote it as a simple love. The song is a simple love, but after we got into the studio, Bill sat down and he listened to it and he said, "You know what, Pete? I think that song would go over better if we call it Love in the Tub."
Because everybody will be curious.
Because of his history, as a musician and all that. I said, well, it's got to be,
All right.
if it's come from him, it's got to be good.
Yeah. Man, I thought there was like a real special story.
That's what I
like,
thought
yeah, well,
too.
one night, I was just
The candles and the rose petals and the
rose petals,
the lavender.
some corn chips,
Oh, Lord.
Oh, he took you there, Pete.
Yeah, it did.
All right, so I'm gonna have you go ahead and introduce this song, man.
This is Love in the Tub by Pete Everett and the Fatback Band.
And you know the station, people.
BroncoIRadio.com.
Sometimes I'm down, looking for a simple love. I've been looking around. It's been a long time since I saw your face. Girl, I gotta somehow get you in my space. Let's wine and dine and talk about the good things in our past. You know what I'm talking about. Can't stop thinking about what you done to me. I thought we'd work it out, but then you set me free. My eyes are wide open as I begin to cry. Now my heart is broken and I don't even know why. Hey girl, look into my eyes. What you see should be no surprise.